Hey guys, welcome back. It's your girl Amanda, and as its title suggests, I'll be talking about some of the most beautiful waterfalls right here in Jamaica. These are waterfalls and rivers that I have been to. Right now, if you're new here, just remember to hit that subscription button. A girl is trying to reach 10k subs by the end of the year. We're almost at 5k. So, like this video, share this video, and I'll be talking about some of the waterfalls that are not so popular, right? And then I'll mention the common ones towards the end. But watch this in full, you guys won't regret it. So first on the list will be White River Falls in Milkland, Portland. Now let me tell you, to get to these falls and rivers ain't easy. I call them hidden gems for a reason, because to hike and to get there, it's a whole journey. And I'm going to be doing another vlog on some of the most adventurous stuff that I've ever done, which is something I've been meaning to do for the longest while. And I started editing the vlog and then it got deleted, but that's a different story. Now we're here at this falls. It was at least a 30 to 40 minute hike. This was falls one of many falls along a particular trail, but it started raining, so we couldn't stay. We had to head back down. We jumped in, we chilled, we vibed, we drank some alcohol, and then sadly we had to cut it short. And of course we took some pictures, and this is my signature pose. So the second falls I'm going to talk about is Johnny Falls in Palmetto Grove, St. Mary. Look at this falls. It's so beautiful when it's full. What I mean when it's full. Now, rivers and falls in general depends on the rain level, right? So if rain is falling a lot, the river is going to be strong, the fall is going to be stronger. So this is right here shows where it's not as full, but it's still beautiful. And as always, I do a group trip. It was amazing. I also have a vlog here, Johnny Falls, so you guys can check it out just to see what the journey is like. Next we're gonna talk about Blue River in Siloa, St. Elizabeth. Now I found this falls while I was searching for Breadnut Valley Falls. Still haven't been to Breadnut Valley Falls. We went there, we couldn't find it. It's too secluded, too private. The person wasn't answering the phone, so we just asked the people in the community if there's a river close by. And honestly, when we were driving to this particular falls, we were just like, boy, come like we lost, because we're driving through a cane field for at least 20 minutes, and right when we were gonna turn around and give up, we saw this guy who said, it's just right there. And we went in, I swam, we took some pictures, and it was just one of the most peaceful time that I've ever spent at a river. Oh, another funny story is that a couple months after, my friend and I, when we went there, we found out that this was actually the water source for the Appleton Rum Estate, which is not far from here. But we did get permission from the guy who said that he was the owner. Granted, there's a sign that says no trespassing, but he gave us permission, and we went, and I said we took some pics. We swam, we spent a few, like a couple minutes at close to an hour or so, and then afterwards we left, and it was amazing. So that's another one right there. Also, guys, in addition to hitting that subscription button, be sure to head over to Instagram and follow me over there. Like these pics that you're gonna see over by Instagram as well. Okay, guys. Next on the list, Kwame Falls in Robbins Bay, St. Mary. Oh my God. Okay, so I stayed at Strawberry Fields together, and we, of course, decided to hike to Kwame Falls. Now, this falls, just like every other falls, sometimes it's full, which is, this is not the fullest, but there's water coming down the fall, and then sometimes there's nothing. The falls is just dried up, there's no water running down. And I'm telling you, the hike to get here, it ain't listen, you have to be fit, you have to be some level of fit, or have a group with you to motivate you, to push you along, because I'm telling you, it wasn't the easiest hike. And I won't even go in detail. I'm trying my very best not to go in too much detail, because I did do a separate vlogs for each one of these, so you guys can check out that vlog right there. I have a whole playlist which is called Exploring Hidden Gems of Jamaica. So all of these, the majority I should say, of these rivers and falls that I'm showing you, I've already done a separate vlog on them. Next on the list is MOTHAFED River in Exchange, St. Mary. Oh, another story on how I found this river. Okay, so a friend of mine, it was her birthday, we were going to CALYPSO River. It was the pandemic time. We went there, it was closed. I was just like, don't worry, I know there's another entry point to this river. I did not find another entry point to that river, but I found a whole other river, which was even more beautiful and was just amazing, right? As always, I just walk around in the community. I'm just like, yo, where's the river? And they're just like, oh, it's around there. So I was actually asking for the entry point for the river that we initially wanted to go to, as in the second entry area. I did not find that. I found a whole new river. And I mean, at the end of the day, it was okay, because I came after that. I've been down here at least 4 or 5 times after that, or even more than that. I've brought several other groups down here. This was one group trip. It was another person's birthday. They asked me to be their tour guide. That I was. I have a whole vlog on this as well. As I mentioned, it's in Exchange St. Mary. Guys, don't mind me. Ludo or Ludi is my game. So, but coming down the hill to go to this river is the easiest part, but going up that hill again, whoo, it doesn't matter. It'll take some time to get up the hill, but eventually you'll get up the hill. And you know, when you come on these trips, we're gonna have food, we're gonna have games, we're gonna have cheers, we're gonna have a garbage bag as well. Guys, always clean up after yourself. Please don't leave the rivers and the falls dirty. Please clean up after yourself. But all I'm saying is, you're gonna walk with a lot of stuff. To come down this hill ain't easy. To go back up with a lot of the stuff ain't easy either, but it's worth it. It's always worth it for me. And as always, like I said, there's a separate vlog for the majority of these falls and rivers that I'm showing you. So if you guys are interested in that particular river or so, you can just check out that vlog. Next, we have Stewart Mountain Falls, which is in Stewart Mountain, St. Mary. So I only had a quick glimpse of this falls when we did a trip, a little mini influencer link up trip. And we went to 3 falls in one day. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys the thumbnail for that vlog if you want to go and check that out as well. But I've always said I would want to go back here for a group trip. I know I keep saying group trip. I am gonna be doing a group trip for the last Saturday of this month. You know, if you just want to come experience something new, you know, get away from work, you know, enjoy nature, then send me a DM. This was one of the falls that we went to as well. This is Crescent Falls, which is in St. Mary. And the beautiful thing about this hike is that there were other mini falls along the way. You know, so it's like each time we're going to this main falls, and I'm just like, oh my god, look at this nice little spot right here, look at this nice little spot here. So this was one of them, and then this was another one right here as well. And it's like, you know, when I keep seeing all of these spots, I want to stop and enjoy it, but I have to keep going to go to the other falls. We also stopped at this falls. So this is Big River Falls, which is in Limehall, St. Anne. So you realize, so we went, like I said, we went to 3 falls in one day. It was a group of us. We chill, we lime, we jump in and out of the water, we ate, we drank, we did all of that. So I mean, I would, as always, interacted with some of the locals where they always give us a little show where they dive in. That falls right here is like a man-made slide. So like this guy, his name was Kimo, he went head first down the slide. And you know, it's just always, if you can't tell by now, I personally love rivers, I love waterfalls. So this particular trip was curated by Kirk, and that's him right there.
Sugar Daddy Kirk. Sugar Daddy Kirk. Pimp Daddy Justin. Travel with Tony. We're out here. Good body, Janelle. Show them the body. Have to do a turn. Turn. Show them the body. Show them the body. Good body.
I'm worried not going on this.
But don't mind me, I'm just being extra because I'm just always extra. But this is the group right here. This is the thumbnail for that particular vlog, so you can go and check it out. Alright, next we have Laughing Waters. I put it in quotation. I'm going to tell you why I put it in quotation, which is in Ocho St. Anne. One of the beautiful thing about this is that it's an estuary, which is where the river meets the ocean, or I should say in this case the river meets the sea. Guys, don't forget to hit that subscription button. Also, you know, I'm doing this to encourage a lot of locals to go out and explore Jamaica and, you know, find some of the nice, hidden, beautiful places and just chill and relax. But if you're a foreigner and you want to come and enjoy some of it, well, you can just send me a DM and hit me up, yo. So what I was saying, alright, so you see that part is Laughing Waters. That's actual Laughing Waters. That's the private property area. And then over on this side is the free area, which is where all of us were. So, you know, I was even here. I saw some guys that were playing football, whatever, old volleyball. And, you know, we just juggled the ball around for a bit. You know, initially there was a path to get down here, you know, you could park your car on the side of the highway and, you know, go down this very bad path to come down here. And the steps were literally carved out of the mud that was there. And they eventually found out that, you know, this is what was happening. They didn't want that, and they got rid of that. So I don't even know how to reach around there again, because there was an issue saying, oh, you know, this land is private. Then they said this part is private, this part is public. I personally can't deal with the hassle, which is why I'm so glad I went and enjoyed it when I did. I've stopped there at least 3 times. I don't think I'm gonna go back around there because, again, I can't deal with the hassle. Next we have Spanish River, which is in Chepstow, Portland. And with almost every other river that I've found, I was looking for something else. And that's really and truly how life is, you know. Sometimes you're out there and you're searching for something else, and in the midst of it you truly find yourself, or you truly find what it is that you're supposed to be doing. So this was another one of those stories. Still didn't find the actual falls I was actually looking for, but I definitely settled with this, and it was beautiful. If you can't tell by now, everywhere I go I bring this float or a float with me. And this is what I do. You know, I just get in my float and I let the current carry me down the river. But overall, this particular falls was the thing with this particular falls was the locals that came out. There were a lot of young guys. You know, I don't think anybody was older than 16. You know, probably 11 to 16. They started playing this game that they made up. I can't remember the correct name, but it was basically like tag. So they kept chasing each other. They were jumping, diving in the river, going around and around. And, you know, it was just lovely. It was just lovely. I sat in my float. You know, I went up and down this river many times. It was just very relaxing. You know, I went here for my birthday for a little vacation from work. This is the waterfall that is there, and you know, it's like the rocks were like a natural seat for me. I just sat there and I watched them all the way. Of course, I've taken 2 pictures as well, you know, that I did, and there's a vlog that includes this river as well, which is called Portland Staycation, so you can check that out as well. Next is Basin River Falls in Pondside, Hanover. So this isn't far from Montego. We're probably 35 minutes or 40. You know, you can just put in probably like Merlin and Hattie High School together. But believe it or not, this is very deep. It's very deep. Some of the locals were jumping in and diving in, and they said it should be 16 feet is what they told me. I don't know how accurate that is, but either way, it's very deep. So you can see right here, I'm here with some group. And again, you know, one thing about me, you know, I gotta invite people to a river or a waterfall. If you've been friends with me or you've known me and I've never brought you to a river or a waterfall, am I really your friend? And this is us with KFC. You know, there's a back part to this river as well. I couldn't find a video. This is a very old video. I would say probably 2020 was when we went here. I was always going to take a group picture. One thing about me, I'm going to take a group picture. But it was a very good day. It was a very, very good day. So that's Basin River Falls. Next is Quashie River Sink in Freeman's Hall, Trelawney. And all I can say is to get here ain't the easiest. As I mentioned before, I'm going to be doing another vlog with just clips of me going to rivers and some other predicaments that I get myself in. These were some of the guys that brought us down there. Again, we took some group pictures, and this is the thumbnail for if you want to go and see what that was like for us to get down there, right? Since we're on Trelawney, this is DORNORCH Head in Stuart Town. And let me tell you, I've been here 3 times. One of the first time was by myself, and you know, a lot of people will be like, oh my god. And even when I ask locals where the river, they're like, you're the only one going around there? You must go around there alone as a female, you know? And I'll probably find out one person to properly guide me around there and so forth. But for the most part, right here when I went, it was just me alone. I'll never forget, I was post call. It was like 2019 or even 2018. And when I found this river, I just left Falmouth. I was tired, but you know, I just needed to clear my head. And I found a guy, he brought me around there, took some pictures for me. And yeah, honestly, this picture right here where I like took a breath coming out of the water really just shows what I felt at that time, and it was just very beautiful. After that, I went around there again. You know, that's me another second time. This time it was around my birthday. I of course brought a group. Some of them around there. Me again with a float, struggling as always to make it down the river. You know, I know you guys see me floating down these rivers, you know, but like this isn't an established river where they will have ropes or stuff to catch you for when you reach down the bottom of the river after you're done floating. This is just me going down the river and struggling at the same time to do it. And I remember when I actually went down this river, there was a tree that fell in the water, that fell across the water. And that was the tree that I said I would stop myself on and then just walk in the bush and come around. But my, that tree full of maca. When I say maca like whoa, maca like oh, my hand touched me, I said shit house. Oh, excuse my language, guys. But there I am. I just went right down the river, and you know, a couple maca did jump me. But I just saw it going on all part of the adventure. I don't know if you guys can see the tree right there. Yeah, it fell right across the river. If me never careful, this would have carried me straight on a real boy, you know. Anyways, as always, I'm gonna take a group picture. Never did a vlog then, we just enjoy. And this is the first time I'm actually looking over some of these clips, you know, because I had this from a very long time ago. And just to finish up Trelawney, we have Joe Hut Falls, or Hula Hole Falls, which is what the locals call it, which is in Joe Hut, which is close to Wirefence or River Troy. If you live in Manchester, it's actually closer to you than it is if you actually live in like Falmouth. And you know, somebody go always have KFC. I'll be like, you can't make a trip and don't stop there. But that's the falls in the background. Again, I did a whole vlog up on this. I actually have 2 vlogs on this river. Again, you'd have to check out the Exploring Hidden Gems in Jamaica. And with every falls, there's going to be a, you know, different parts as along the river as you go up. So this was one part that we stayed at when I went there one the second times. And everybody go willing to make the hike, figure around where the main falls is. Trust and believe. Yeah, and not a lot of you guys are going to do it. But yeah, definitely one of my faves as well. I remember coming here and seeing some dragonflies, which were so pretty. But again, check out the vlog. You'll see what I'm talking about. Next, we have Forever Green, which is in Labyrinth, St. Mary. This is on a private property. And this is by far the clearest river water I've ever seen. And the reason is this is close to the source of Spanish Bridge. So, been here 3 times, you know. Once by myself. The third time was when I went camping, and the second time was when I did a big group trips. So right here, when we went camping, we were trying to catch some crayfish. That's what we're doing, guys. Look at this water, and this clip right here, it isn't edited, you know. This is the natural color of the water. It is like the different level of blue that this water is ridiculous. Even when it rains heavily, the water doesn't really get murky. And like I said, I went the last time I went there, which was the 3rd time, we went camping and we actually just went there to hunt some crayfish. So this is it. This is the crayfish that we went there for. And this was the first time that I went camping. Sadly, I haven't been camping again since then. If there's anybody out there that's doing a little camping and you want to invite me, no? Invite me. Right? May we come. But for them, you know, my friends, them not really into the sleeping over in the wilderness type of thing. But it was a true experience, and I'll definitely do it again. By the time I'm here did orange, you know, doing this whole vlog and showing through the years some of the different places that I've been getting some of the different clips. I've really gone through a lot of hairstyles. But this is the thumbnail for the vlog when I went camping, and I keep telling you guys to get to these places ain't easy. This is what you have to walk through. This is a whole path which is up in the hills of St. Mary, man. Right? One time I couldn't take the walking no more, so then I go back up and I have to just up through the window. I say, I sit up on the edge of the window and I say, listen, I cannot walk that long distance right now. I'm tired. So that's how I went back up when we were leaving the river. This is the group pic from when I did the group trip to this river. And again, there's a whole vlog on it, so you can just check it out. Right, next on the list we have Cudjoe Falls, also known as Mountain River Cave Falls, which is in St. Catherine, Cudjoe Hills, St. Catherine. For those who don't know, Cudjoe was one of the Maroons for Jamaica, and you know he actually should have been a national hero if you ask me, but that's a different story. Listen to me. This was my reaction when my foot touched the water for the first time. Man, that water is cold, and when the water cold like that, just jump in and you just get over it real quick. You know, it's a small group. These are my day one A1s. These are my friends who I say, you know, I find somewhere around there, so, and they're just like, what? Listen, I bring them through some different bush. So, and it's just like, you know, so I really love them. I love them to death, because I tell us anytime I say hey, then we say, you know, then give me a little fight, what them come through same way. So guys, again, just check out the playlist. I'm gonna leave it in the description below. It's called Exploring Hidden Gems in Jamaica. This particular river had the little baby fishes that eat the dead skin off your foot. So like we were standing in the water taking pictures, and we realized afterwards, so, yo, what is that tickle me? And we look good, we realized that it was the little fishes. So you know, check out the vlog. It's called Waterfalls. That's what I titled the vlog, and took a couple pictures, and that is one thing with the rivers though. Like again, I will tell you that, you know, depending on the amount of rainfall, it may be full or it may not be full. So this is a same falls with different time periods. So one was January, one was February, one was April. You guys can see the difference in the amount of water, and sometimes it might be dry. So you know that, I mean, it's just nature. That's the thumbnail, guys. So check out the falls. Vibes River in St. Anne. So this is one of the spots that we'll be going to for the river trip that I say I'm doing the last Saturday in this month. So that is Saturday, September 24th. Save the date. If you're interested, just send me a DM on Instagram. You know, I know it don't look like much now, but trust me, it's going to be a vibe. And if you want to have an idea of what my river trips have been like, then again, the playlist is going to be in the description below, so you guys can just watch it. And you know, you want to come out, enjoy nature, this is one of the spots. There's lots of falls in the background right there, so you know you don't want to miss it. Next, Village Waterfall in Lottery, St. James. Now, is this the correct name? I'm not even sure. Maybe the people in the community will give it another name. The reason I call it Village Waterfall is because they call that area Village. And, you know, the waterfall is right off of the side of the road. The problem with this waterfall is that you'll miss it. Like, you'll be driving, and where the entry point is, you'll miss it. I know I said I was going to do a vlog with the directions to get here, and I do have the clips. It's just for me to put them together, so I want to apologize to everybody who has been waiting on those directions. They're coming, right? As with almost every falls, there's always a little pool area where you can swim, jump off, you know, and all of that, which is usually a little further down. So this is that small area, that little pool area where you can jump in and swim and dive and swing off of the rope and all of that. So when I'm from Montego Bay, so this is an area that I will go to every now and again, and each time I go, it's not usually crowded. And this is Flipper, who is always there. He's always there cooking and maintaining the property. He always give me cane and jelly and all of them. So big up yourself, Flipper. Enough respect, you know. So I did talk about it in a vlog as well, and that's the vlog right there, so be sure to check it out. Alright, next we have CESTAN Spring, Ginger House, Portland. So this falls is really just an aesthetic one, you know, a nice one for pictures. There's not really much to do here, and again, if there's not heavy rainfall, you won't see the falls there. Went here when I was going to White River, which was the first one I spoke about, right? YS Falls in St. Elizabeth. So now we're at the commercialized one. We're at the falls that everybody know about. YS Falls, undeniably one of the most beautiful falls in Jamaica, you know. So these are the commercialized falls that we're doing. Been here a couple times, you know. This is the most recent one. This was in June. And then I did a remake. This was the first time I went there, which was years ago. You can see the difference. Next is Mayfield Falls. Mayfield Falls, which is in Westmoreland. When I was a child, this falls was very popular. I remember going here multiple times for multiple family trip when I was younger. To be very honest, this was a group trip that I did when I went here. But for the most part, from what I've heard from, you know, other persons or other, is that the property kind of run down now. You know, they don't really take good care of it, but it's really and truly a very nice falls. You can see the water, you know, the water kind of heavy. But when we went here, it was raining previously, which is why the water was that heavy. One thing that it has here that I have never seen at no other river, no other waterfalls, is the soap bush that is there, right? So the soap bush, you get the leaves, you rub the water on the leaf, and afterwards it lathers, right? So I remember being a child when I was 7 years old, and I came here, and my cousin just pick the leaf, and him just, put it in the water and rub it together, and I'm just like, I was shocked. And I remember going back to school and telling everybody, I'm just like, leaf can turn into soap. And they were just like, no. And I was just like, yeah, but at them time that I was 7 years old. And I've been back at least 2 or 3 times. And for all of the naysayers back when I was in grade 2, right? This is the proof right here, right? So, yeah, Mayfield Falls, that's where the soap bush is. Still to this day, like I said, the only place I've ever seen. Guys, remember, like, share, subscribe. If you're from abroad and you want to go to one of these waterfalls, or so, you can send me a DM. I have absolutely no problem taking you guys there. Just know that to ensure you watch the videos before, though, to see what the journey is like. Next, BENTA Falls or FENTON Falls. And yes, this is one of the commercialized one. It was initially called FENTON Falls, but now it's only going by BENTA Falls, right? Now, this is the main area. When you come in, you'll see. Not a lot of people, this is probably the ending. If you do the tour with the guy, this is where it's end. So not a lot of people will walk come down here, but I'm always different. People would be like, so beach or river, which one would you prefer? Or beach or waterfall? Like, is that even a question? It has to be a river or a waterfall any day, every day over a beach. I was even doing this, and some people were just like, Amanda, you never really talk about the different beaches anywhere, or you never really. And I'm just like, that's true. But I mean, a beach is a beach. It's the salt water with the sun and the sand. There's so many variations to rivers and waterfalls. It's like, sometimes it's sand at the bottom, sometimes it's stone. You might have a big waterfall, you might have a small waterfall. I mean, and right here I'm just chilling. Like, this is one of my favorite things to do. You see, when you just dip your head in the water so it covers your ear, you tune out absolutely everything that's going on. There's nothing that you hear, right? It's just peaceful. But, I mean, I don't know. What says you? River or beach? Comment below. Let me know which one you prefer. Obviously, y'all know my answer. They also have a rope that you can swing off like Jane of the Jungle. And there's also, you can also jump in. These were the pictures from the group trip. I'm not gonna lie, this was one of the best group trips that I've ever did. And yeah, it was a really good group trip. There's a little mini vlog on it as well. So again, link will be in the description below. Another popular one that a lot of the tourists know about now, Blue Hole. So funny about this falls because I remember going here when it wasn't popular, and I even remember inviting some of my friends to come, and they were just like, no. I was like, okay. Only one of them came, and we went again and again that summer. That was probably 10 years ago, and this was one of the pictures I took when we went. This is a very long time ago, and I did a remake a couple months back. So this is Blue Hole. Now, while there's a Blue Hole in St. Anne, there is a Blue Hole mineral spring, which is in Westmoreland. So this is a mineral spring, right? Which is pretty much like a cenote, if you ask me. You jump in and you swim around. There's a lot of minerals down there as well. Below the water, there's some areas where you can stand. It's like sand. But it also I don't even know how to describe it. But yeah, just know that there's two different blue holes. One is in Negril and one is in Ocho-Rios. And Negril and Ocho-Rios are at least at 3.5 hours apart. There's a ladder, so if you don't want to jump in, you can just go down the ladder. A nice place for pictures. Spoke about it in a little bit more detail in this vlog, so you can check it out. Next, the one that almost every tourist know, almost everybody know, Dunn's River Falls, which is in Ocho-Rios, St. Anne. I mean, it's a beautiful falls. You have to give it that. Everybody knows it. If the tourist is coming to Jamaica, they want to go here. But to be honest, after you climb the falls, that's pretty much it, right? In my opinion, it's very underwhelming. But I'm a very adventurous person who wants to go through the bushes and this and that and whatever. But for some people, that's enough adventure. So there's Dunn's River Falls. Always guests say they want to come here. If they want to come here, I bring them here. I want to say big up to Troops. Biggest Arsenal fan out there. I brought him and his wife there a couple months back. Fishdon Falls, which is in Portland. You know, a lot of these falls I mentioned, except the commercialized one, they were pretty much free. I don't even know if they're free now. That's one of the biggest fear I have with highlighting some of these places, because some people, all of a sudden, their property has been there. Now they want to run in to get money from it and so forth. But, you know, I still want people to go and enjoy it just the same. So, Fishdon Falls, Portland. Yeah, and I spoke about a lot of different falls in Portland, so you can check out that vlog as well. In Montego Bay, this is Irwin River, which is in Tucker, Irwin, St. James. It's close to Portobello as well. It's like literally neighboring two different communities. Because I also call it Portobello River, but who knows what the current name is. And I'm going to tell you guys, as much as you've seen all of these waterfalls, all of these rivers, this particular river right here, I have the strongest attachment to. Right? It is my favorite river for different reasons. So I don't really disclose. I'm not gonna lie, there's no vlog on it because I don't really disclose the location. It's just my safe haven. If I'm being honest, I just go there and chill. This was CALYPSO River in St. Anne. It was a friend's birthday and we went there. It was closed and then they said we couldn't go in, and it was a lot of up and down. The clips aren't, you know, they're in portrait mode because it's such a long time ago, but still want to highlight it because we did have a good time. And a lot of these videos and these clips and these pictures, I have them stored in my phone from years ago. You guys would have seen where my hair was cream and now it's natural and all of that. So, yeah. So again, guys, go out. This is why I wanted to message, especially to the locals. Go out. Experience Jamaica. I'm not saying you have to swing off of the rope like what I do. I'm not saying you have to trudge through the bushes to go to these waterfalls and these rivers like I do. If you want to go to the commercialized one, you can. But, you know, just go out and enjoy your island, right? It's yours. And I find that a lot of the times, a lot of tourists will come and enjoy Jamaica and tell you more about Jamaica than anybody else who actually lives in Jamaica. But, you know, again, a lot of people will talk about affordability. I always say, when will Jamaicans afford Jamaica? When will Jamaica be for Jamaicans? But, you know, that's just how it is at the moment. But yeah, I really enjoyed this day. I know I'm going to struggle to float down the river. I remember, this was a Sunday. I remember it clearly because I was just like, oh my God, I have work the next day and we're doing karaoke. And I was just like, oh my God, I have work the next day.
You know, sometimes they can't bother, so you have to pick up the phone, you have to call your consultant and be like, hey, Mr. Supervisor, I'm gonna call in sick, I can't live now.
Alright, Little Duns River, Ocho St. Anne. So the next couple of clips, they're gonna be in like portrait mode, they're gonna be pictures. You know, this is kind of like a catalog for myself, you know, so I can look back and watch and be like, wow, look at all of these places I've been to. There's so many more rivers and falls for me to go to. There's 120 rivers in Jamaica, and I'm telling you, some Caribbean islands don't even have one, and we have 120. And that's literally what Jamaica means, the land of wood and water, right? So, you know, just know that a lot of more waterfall vlogs will be coming. So I'm going to tell you, so this was a village waterfall. I spoke about this one. Right, Spanish Bridge. I always go to Spanish Bridge before the popularity of it, before the swinging off, before the this. Would go there on a Sunday and eat and lime, and there wasn't a crowd. But now you'll fail to go around Spanish Bridge and a crowd not there. Old Joe Falls or Hula Hole Falls. This is actually the same place. There are different areas to that one falls. Garden Town Falls in St. Andrew, right here. Hidden Beauty River. I've been there a couple times. YS Falls, I spoke about that one as well. This was Mayfield Falls. Then there is Reach Falls, which is in Portland. Beautiful area as well. Was developed by the UDC and it's still very affordable, and I appreciate that. Johnny Falls right here. If you haven't noticed, that's my signature pose. Noisy River, which is in Manchester. Some people won't say it's Manchester. I'm going to say it's Manchester. Falling Edge Falls, which is in St. Andrew. There is Nanny Falls, which is in Portland. And then this clip is when I went to Garden Town Falls a second time. Well, I went there last year in October. I've been there multiple times. I've also been to Cane River Falls. I don't really have any pictures or videos. Never had a pleasant experience, so I guess that's why I don't have any pictures or videos. Not one of my favorite places. I wouldn't even recommend anybody to go to Cane River Falls, but there's one right there. And is it even St. Thomas or it's St. Andrew? It's somewhere around there. Falls that I've never been to that I want to go to Reggae Falls. I want to do the rest of the White River Falls Trail in Millbank. There's this new one called Pretty Close, which is somewhere up in St. Andrew. The falls that I haven't been to are kind of on the other side of the island, opposite end from where I live right now. So the journey is what's beating me bad. But either way, and this is same Joe Hut. But anyways, guys, like, share, subscribe, follow me. If you're interested in the group trip to explore the other falls and the other rivers, send me a DM. And if you made it this far, as always, thank you. I really appreciate it. Hit that subscription button. Road to 10K subs. Here we go.